Hallo Florence.
Hi, Bettina.
I was thinking recently because remember when we so much talked about this movement, Black Lives Matter, or other movements for that matter that are in relation with minorities, but specifically this one. I was thinking, is it more talk than walk? Or have there been things that have actually been changed? Have they changed for you?
Mm-hmm.
What's your view on this?
Mm-hmm. So what I realized after Black Lives Matter came, across everybody 5 years ago is that people go into more conversations, that they ask about racism. They ask what is right, what is wrong, and why. This is something I realized that this has changed. Why aren't we allowed to say this and that? Or how do you feel in this or that situation? So the people, they want to learn. That's the first thing. Then more visibility. I see lots of more books about being not white in the white community, being black. Yeah. So we have more books for adults, more books for kids. This is something I realized, and companies and schools, they try to to take this topic, racism or anti-racism, and implement it into their daily work or daily work at school.
Into their curriculums even?
Yes.
Yeah. All right. So things have changed. How do you perceive it personally in interaction with others? Through their questions? Do you personally get more questions from people?
Yeah, I get more questions. I mean, of course, yes, my books also make the people ask more, but also in my daily life, the people ask more questions and want to know more about these topics. And there are the other people who don't want to talk about it. Yeah, for them, it's like we've spoken about that topic enough.
I think I certainly have realized a shift for myself through what you mentioned, books that have been published. I think your book actually, is it related to that? You would have published it anyway in that moment, right? It's not related to the Black Lives Matter movement, right?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
That was by coincidence.
But others.
Yes, my book was published 2020, and then this happened 2020. So no, that was not.
But I have certainly realized also on television programs that I saw that for the first time really made me think about white privilege. Not having to fear that someone stops you when you are in your car driving for no apparent reason. Not having to fear that you are controlled for not apparent reason. So for me, I remember a shift in perception.
Yes, and more people talk about it. Not more white people, also more Black people, for example, talk about their experiences.
More openly than they would before?
Yes, I think so, yes.
Yeah, which is a very good thing.
Yeah, of course. Of course. More awareness.
Yeah. When you look it up on the internet, that's why I said, is there more talk than walk? It seems as if so many things have changed, but I'm pretty convinced that there is a lot still to do. And we cannot pink paint it. So of all the other things that you think are not working correctly, not happening in a human way as they should, what would be your top priority list here that you wish others to still be aware of, think about, change?
So having equal opportunities in school, that's something for me very important, because if you start with education, then you can give kids and young people more possibilities in life. Yeah, so this topic has to be more spoken about in schools than it is done at the moment.
And
So
more in
this
the
is
heads of
something
people.
that still can improve.
That would be your first. Any
Yes.
others that you wish others to really be aware of?
Yes. So how I said, school is something, and for the people around myself, for example, the white people, to be aware of the fact that if they are white, they are privileged, and the things that I come across when I talk about it, I don't want the people to try to belittle me. Yeah, this is also something I really hate, when people say, "Oh, do you really think it is this way, or do you really think that what you explain or what you think you experience is the truth?" Yeah, this is something I don't like, and I really hope that will change and improve.
And they probably do that just because they do not experience it.
Yes, of
It
course.
just it's so, I'm so aware of the fact that there are things I don't have to think about.
Exactly.
That are not in my immediate world, so that I have to worry about them, or and that is a privilege. That's the privilege.
That's right. That's right. I
And
mean,
it should be.
not having experienced it is the first thing, but not accepting the fact that someone else has experienced it, that's something negative. And
Absolutely.
I hope that this will change.
Yeah. So your wish to others, if I tell you it's like this and I perceive it like this, would you please believe me?
That's right. And I haven't asked you whether you think it's right, but I've told you that it is this way.
So a few things have changed, you realize them, and there is still a lot to do. We probably won't change it today. However, it was important to talk about it. And with that, I thank you again for your thoughts, sharing your experience, and for today's time that you allocated to our chat. And I wish you a lovely end of the day.
Thank you very much, and thank you for asking.
You're very welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.